Welcome back, YouTube. PPS here. It is our YouTube Play of the Day video for the 1st of March. Welcome to the new month here. Huge month, obviously, as college basketball fans. March Madness is right around the corner. Conference tournaments are on their way, and I'm hoping we can continue to keep cash in here. I'm going to fully admit I should have played yesterday a little bit different on the show. Obviously, when you have a wagon team like New Mexico, I should have put 2 units on it. I put 2 units on it in VIP in our chat there. So I should have put that on here early on, just kind of, this is early on in the day at that 66.5. It didn't move at all. But obviously that was probably one of the easiest winners I've had in months. Wright State does not get there, end up 20 balling them. I ended up taking the second half. I hope you guys did listen to the second half spread because they ended up hitting it. It was -9. They ended up winning by 12 or so. But New Mexico, man, I'm telling you, that team is scary. That is a very, very scary team. Maurice Dews, House, all these dudes, Mashburn, all those dudes went crazy yesterday. Even our boy Josiah Alec went crazy too. So very nice performance by them. I'm happy to see them getting hot when we need to. Obviously got Patino at the helm, baby. I think they're scary. They're scary. They're going to get some of my money on a futures bet here to win that conference tournament, because when you got guards like that and you got a big who can contribute the way that a Deuce does, they're going to be on my card here, hopefully, coming up soon here. Obviously, I'm on Youngstown State futures one there as well. But we're heading to some teams we have not bet on the show. I have bet on these guys once in a while throughout the season, non-free play wise, and they've been decent to me. One of them has actually been brutal to me. So hopefully when we switch them over to free plays, they show out here. So let's get right on into it. I'm going to assume you guys probably have never heard me talk about these guys before, but Grand Canyon, they are playing my team, a team I really like, and that is Southern Utah. I love those guys. They are very fun, very fast, and a team that we really like to back just for that. So we have over 70.5, -115 there. But lead -110 is on FanDuel, but I have FanDuel up right now on the other one for my other play there. But 115, 70.5, we'll go with that. I really, really like this spot just because we're going to go into how fast these guys play. If you haven't watched Southern Utah, I understand. You probably don't want to. They're on ESPN Plus quite a bit, though. Top 15 in terms of pace, top 100 offense, ranking in the middle of the pack in the country in terms of defense. We go over to Grand Canyon there. Top 100 offense. Very, very slow team backing there. So I really like Southern Utah. I love all of how they play. Like I said, let's go into a little bit of their past results here. And I really think that the Grand Canyon matchup is going to bring this total down a little bit, right? So the full game is 149. We rarely see Southern Utah teams getting this low of respect on that number there, right? In the last couple games, we've seen a 156 total. We've seen a 152, 156 in terms of the pregame line for Southern Utah, because these guys are nice. They're very nice. They're 7th in the country in terms of offense, scoring 83.3 points per game. Grand Canyon does have a good defense. They're good field goal percentage, everything really. But what I do like I said, is Grand Canyon is getting these numbers based off of playing at a bottom 50 pace in terms of in the entire country here. So when you play a fast team like Southern Utah, you don't need to be as efficient in those games. What I do like, though, is Grand Canyon, though they have numbers that aren't going to be flashy, right? You're going to play a team here that wants you to run with them, right? And that's what Southern Utah wants to do. Grand Canyon is averaging 72 points per game. That's middle of the pack, like I said, middle of the pack in free throws, middle of the pack in rebounds. But where they do excel and where I think this game is going to take place is Grand Canyon is a top 40 team in terms of three-point shooting. Southern Utah is bottom half of the country in terms of that stat. I think that's going to be very, very important. I also really like how good Southern Utah has been scoring at home so far this year. They've been doing much. Obviously, I talk about this a lot, guys, but they do score better when they are at home. Let's just look at the last couple games. 81 points put up against Utah Tech there. Last matchup before that, they put up 72 on Texas State, who plays extremely slow. We got to see them play against Utah Valley, put up 80 on them. New Mexico State, 111, right? These guys are scoring at home, and I see that continuing here. I think 70.5 is a little bit low. The reason why also is I've been backing Southern Utah first halves quite a bit, and I'm usually grabbing them at 74.5, 75.5. I think Grand Canyon's defense is getting a little bit too much love here, and I get it, but you're not playing a team that's playing this fast in this conference, right? It's just not happening. And I really, really like this spot for these guys. If we want to just look, there's really no injuries to talk about there, which obviously we'd love to see. If you want to go into some wild trends, we can go with Grand Canyon is 8-0 to the over in their last 8 games following a double-digit loss, and 5-0 on Wednesdays in terms of overs there. So just some fun stuff I'll throw in there for a quick cap for you guys there. But love Grand Canyon, love Southern Utah over here. 70.5, minus 110, minus 115 over on DraftKings Sportsbook. Last play of the day, guys. A team, again, you guys haven't seen me talk about. I played them last time. They screwed me. But we're going back to the well, and that's going to be Tulane over 154.5, minus 115. This is 153.5 or 155.5 on DraftKings. Even on my local book, it's 155.5. This is a great line. Obviously, Tulane isn't huge in terms of like the national scene yet, right? They're not well known enough yet here to be getting all the love there, but Tulane is very fun. They're very fast. They're third in the country in terms of pace, which obviously we love. We love these teams. This is what we talk about, pass the prop, everything. But they're also top 70 in terms of offensive efficiency. That's something obviously that goes a long way when you're scoring efficiently, but you're also playing extremely fast, right? So Tulane also had a very tough game in their last one, playing against Wichita State. And that's something I kind of wanted to talk about here is Wichita State plays way slower than East Carolina. They have a worse adjusted offense on Ken Palm rating than Eastern Carolina. And this number is lower, right? This number is lower. And so I'm going to go right back at it. Pace, they're slower, worse offense. All of this stuff is going towards we're expecting a slower game. But we've seen what happened when Tulane played Wichita State. It was not slow at all. It was run and gun, 159 points in that game. Tulane was not guarding the 3 ball at all. They continue to just allow points at will. We'll look into some trends. I know some people have been liking these trends. Over is 5-0 in the last 5 games coming off a loss. Over is 4-0 in their last 4 road games against a team with a winning record. 7-1 in their last 8 road games. That one is important. That one I want to talk about. Tulane is averaging 81.2 points per game, shooting top 100 in terms of field goal percentage. They're top 10 free throw shooting team, which I love, especially with a spread like this. That's why I'm not taking the first half specifically. Eastern Carolina should be able to obviously be able to score here in 69, which ranks them in the bottom half. But Tulane is allowing 76 points per game, guys. That is bottom 40 in the country. I just think that we're going to have a nice pace that we just saw Wichita State willing to do with Tulane. And now we have a team that's a little bit better offensively, a little bit quicker already. I think that we're going to continue to clear before the tournament. These guys are actually number 3 in their conference. So this is obviously a very important game for them to continue to get hot before the tournament here. So sign me up. I love the Tulane side here. I think they're going to obviously hit their team total, but I also love that 5.5 point spread with a really good free throw shooting team, really good guard play on the Tulane side. This should be a fun matchup to watch. And obviously we don't see Eastern Carolina's numbers up that high in terms of like their pregame over under. So I think that we're getting enough of a discount here to make this as a playable number at 154.5. So love these spots. Tulane over 154.5, Grand Canyon over 70.5 first half there. Love both spots. Let me know if you're tailing. We got past the prop in 30 minutes. Hopefully I'll see you guys over there. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck tonight, and let's get another sweep here.